What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be installing Sideskirts on my 2019 Honda Accord, and I've had this part for quite some time, but I've been busy shopping for new rims, and I'll be uploading that video soon. And so today I'm going to walk you through how to install it. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Alright, so as you can see right over here, I've already unpacked the side skirt, and it's going to come with few pieces of screws and some 3M tape with it, but we're going to be using our own 3M tape, and this one's just going to be a backup. So as you can see right now, I'm just unpacking the side skirt and preparing it for the installation. Okay guys, so starting with the driver's side, I mean, if you have a mud flap, you're gonna have to remove that. So I just took that off last night prior to recording, and you're gonna remove this screw right here in the bottom, since we're gonna be inserting the side skirt right over here. It's gonna go right in between this liner right here, this plastic liner, and the body itself. So with that, I'm gonna go and jack it all the way in the back and show you the next step. So with that step, you're just jacking up the car, and that's just for you to prepare the car itself, but we're mainly working on the side skirt. The other one is on that side, but this is only for this purpose right here, so I can show you what it's gonna look like. So first, just gonna clean it with the rubbing alcohol and a microfiber towel, and after that we're gonna apply the adhesive promoter. So with this installation as well, your best friend is the adhesive promoter. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to remove the lower screw, since we're gonna be inserting the side skirt right in between this area right here. And as you can see, there's a hole in there, pre-drilled hole. So once I install the side skirts, there's already a hole in there, and you're just gonna have to mark it. Right, so now after we cleaned it, we're just going to add the 3M tape right over here, all across. And as for the front side, right over here, we're just gonna we're gonna cut the 3M tape right over here, and the rest is just right underneath here. And as for this one, we're just gonna add like probably up to here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that and show you my tape work. Okay guys, so I just finished applying the 3M tape. So as for the top one, I used the thick 3M tape, and I tried to go as close as possible to the edge, since this area is the one that's going to be mostly holding onto the OEM body of the car. And as for this one, I ran out of the thick 3M tape, so that's what I just did. And I'm not really too worried about this, since right over here, once everything is installed, we're gonna be drilling a hole in here to put the screws in. So as for the front, right over here, just like I mentioned earlier, I stopped over here, just added a little bit of a 3M tape, and I used the thick one as well right over here on top, and I kind of trimmed it and added the thin ones right over here. So as you can see, we don't really see the 3M tape. And right over here, which I'm not quite sure, I don't think it's gonna be attaching this to the OEM, but I just applied 3M tape in there just in case. So that's all done. Now all we're gonna do is clean the lower part of the car. I'm gonna have to clean it with water, warm water with a little bit of soap, and dry it out. And after doing that, I'm gonna wipe it with microfiber towel and rubbing alcohol. And once I'm done with that, I'm gonna apply some adhesive promoter on that as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that and show you the next step. Okay, so we've cleaned the area and we've applied the adhesive promoter. A lot of people tend to or prefer to take the wheels off. However, in my case, I only have one set of jack stands, so for that, I'm just gonna turn the wheels, the front wheel on outside, and I've loosened the rear tire on this side. So what I'm gonna do is place the side skirts onto the car and hold it with the painter's tape, since I'm working by myself, and aligned everything to my liking, make sure everything is flush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so just like what I mentioned earlier, the side skirt is gonna go right inside here, as you can see, the trim right there. And just like what I'm saying, pre-drilled hole is gonna be on that side, and that's what the side skirt is gonna look like. Right now, it's just hanging on the front side, and as for the back part, it is being held with a painter's tape for the meantime. And this is what the back gonna look like. So what I did is I just tucked this in right over here, and I'm just gonna take the 3M tape off right over there, all across, but we're gonna work from the front all the way to the back, since it's a lot easier in the front, and I prefer working from the front, from one side to the other. Okay guys, so this is the closer look, what I was telling you. Like, you just tuck it in over there, and you're just gonna put the screw in here, back the screw in here. But I would suggest to like pull it out. Well, mine's a little stretched out, so I'm just gonna push it and pull it, where I'm gonna attach the screw, and all across right over here. And as for the rear part, I tucked this in so it doesn't gather much mud and dust, whatever. And you see this body line over here, we're just gonna attach probably 2 or 3 screws just to make it sturdier and more grip on the car. And a lot of people usually just leave it with the 3M tape and they don't have a problem with it. However, in my case, I'd rather be safe and add some screws in it and make sure everything's nice and tight. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put the screw back in here. Probably I'll just attach one, since most of the I applied a lot of 3M tape on this side, so at least it'll hold with one screw, making sure it's secure. And as for the rear one, I'm just gonna add 3 screws. Okay, now it's up to you whether you want to use your old screw or you want to use the screws that they provided. So in my case, I'm going to use the new screw, and I'm just going to drill it back in, push it right over here, and I'm just going to screw it. I'm going to drill it back in. to the rear. Well, just like what I mentioned earlier, I loosened the lug nuts, and right now we're just gonna take the wheel off. Now, when you're taking your lug nuts off, I was told by some friend to like do it the star way. Just so you wouldn't hurt yourself and the tires wouldn't come off unexpectedly. So now the tire is off. So now the tire is off. We're just gonna add screws. And one thing to note, if the screws, you get to drill the screws in so easily, that means you've only screwed the side skirt and not connected to the body panel. So as you can see right over here, I would just eyeball it, since right over here where the actual side skirts are, we're just gonna apply or attach or install the screws in there. Okay, so now I've only decided to install 2 screws to the body panel because I don't want too much screws in the car. And also, one thing that I just thought about, on this one I've only tucked this rubber flap right over here. However, you have other option as well. So you have other option as well. You could do it this way, or if you want, you could actually take this liner right over here, this liner, and you pull it out, or I believe there's a screw right here, right over here, a bolt, I mean. So what you're gonna do is like pull this out and just tuck the whole thing. Like it'll look like this right here. There's the OEM side skirt, so you can just tuck it in. So as for this one, it's really not going to show the area right over here. So this one is going to be on top of this, so it's going to look like that. But that's completely up to you. I prefer it this way, or if you want, you could do the other method. So that's installed. I'm just going to put the wheel back on, and I'm going to show you the whole look of the car. So there you go, guys. That's the final look of the side skirt. And as you can see with my front lip as well that I've uploaded recently, look at that. Thinking about lowering my car. What do you guys think? If you guys know a good lowering springs or coils, I'm actually open to that idea. And so let me know. Drop it on the comments section below. So what do you guys think on the side skirt, front lip, and if I should lower my car? And also one more thing, guys, what do you guys think? Should I add the rear area right over here? Should I get a Yofer as well, or something else? I don't know yet, but I'm actually thinking Yofer to complete the whole body kit with the Yofer, but I don't know. What do you guys think? So that's pretty much it, guys. And also, before I forget to mention, if you guys are not satisfied with the 3M tape or the screws on each end, there's actually a hole right over here. You could add a screw in there, and then also, which one right over here? I believe it's right over here, you could add some screws in it if you guys are not satisfied with 3M tape and end-to-end screws. That's another option for you guys. And I actually found that out earlier after everything's installed, but I'm good with what I have right now. So that's another idea for you guys, and let me know what you guys think. Okay guys, so this is the full look of the car with the front lip from Yofer that I just uploaded recently. The side skirt, walk around. I mean, I got run over. I'm actually still missing the rear one. So yeah, that's what it looks. It actually looks aggressive in person, to be honest with you guys. So that's for today's installation, guys. I hope you guys find it very helpful. And on top of that, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to your boy, and help your boy out reach 300 subscribers. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.